catch by Jay Nathaniel. Touchdown, Hurricanes!
Junior taking a shot deep. Open target. Her third from left to right. Sets off. Oh,
Down!
watch who he's going to set up. He's going to go for it. Fell from the sky into Aaron Ike's hand.
Penn State's original mascot was a mule named Old Coley, who was purchased to help build the old main building on campus. Penn State and the Nittany Lions have come a long way since then, and tonight they are set to host the West Virginia Mountaineers. Hi everyone, I'm Ryan Moreland, along with my broadcast partner Valente Martinez. Valente, West Virginia comes in as a 7.5-point underdog in this game. What do the Mountaineers need to do in order to pull off the upset?
Oh, in all honesty, they just need to keep airing the football out. Last week, CJOs had 600 yards and 5 touchdowns in a win over the Bulldogs. So if they can air that football out, find Braylon Tyree. He had a big game last week as well. They're going to get this one done.
We see a solid return right here by Derek Tolliver as Penn State will start with the football. Might be a little bit difficult to air the ball out tonight as we do have some light rain. We have a light breeze to go with it. 67 degrees here in Happy Valley. As we get to 1st and 10, Penn State with the football. They send the tight end in motion in the backfield. Hand it off. They're going to hand it back, and it's going nowhere. Swarm before he could get too far. A 5-yard gain.
Hey, but you know what? You'll take a 5-yard game every time because you'll never get off the field after that.
Yeah, putting something good together. And that's half of the business done right there on the first down. We'll see if they can go back to it. Fullback in motion. They hand it off once again. Bouncing to the outside. He's got some blockers. Throws one man out of his way. Breaking through some tackles. First down. An 11-yard gain by Richard Williams.
Yeah, he had a solid game last week as well. 25 carries and 81 yards on the ground.
1st and 10. He absolutely had a big game last week. 1st and 10 here. Penn State. The snap. The handoff going to the running back one more time. This one a modest gain before being brought down.
That is going to be Tank Golden on the stop there. Good for him. Only 2 yards there.
And Tank Golden having a great season through the air, being a menace to opposing QBs, doing his work there as they snap the ball. They will go to the air here, and they'll go dump off to the halfback. It's going to get a couple of yards here, 4 to be exact. A lot of work left to do here on 3rd down.
That's Papadoki's first completion of the game, giving his receiver a chance to make a play in open space.
The freshman quarterback from Mount Olympus, Greece. We'll see a lot of him tonight. We're going to see him here on 3rd down as he looks to fire. Over the middle, has a man up the seam, a big gainer. Cyrus Sapp, 20 yards and a first down.
And he was wide open, and he's going to take that every single time up past midfield. That's a good play for the Nittany Lions.
And Funky Town Ninja saying I sound like the Avalanche announcer. I'll take that as a compliment. Sounds pretty cool. As we gear up here for 1st and 10 now as they're threatening points. Ball at the 30-yard line. Single setback is Williams. He'll get the carry right here. Sorry, Tolliver, apologies. He'll get a 4-yard pickup. 2nd and 6.
That's the 5-star junior. He had 31 yards last week against Florida State, I believe it was.
Yeah, getting a good start to the night here. 2nd and 6 here, Penn State. Coming with a single setback once again. Tight end on the right side of the formation. He hikes it back. Delayed handoff coming up here. Looked like a pass for a long time. It got me for a second. Valente, and it's going to get the defense a big gain here.
Yeah, and they're trying to make this a long and methodical drive. Trying to wear down the defense early on. And, of course, in this weather, running the football is the best you can do.
And they're trying to break down their spirit, something Penn State's offenses can definitely do to opposing defenses as he snaps. He's going to throw here. Has a man open, but he leads him a little bit too far. Misfire by Papadoki.
Yeah, he's definitely going to want that one back.
No question about it right there. He had a lot of room to operate as well ahead of him. Might have been a touchdown if he caught that. 2nd and 10. He'll go to the handoff out of the shotgun. Good for a 4-yard gain, but it will bring up 3rd down.
Penn State 1 for 1 on 3rd down so far, looking to convert here.
3rd and 6. You brought up that conversion they had earlier this drive. This one going to be a little bit more difficult as he snaps it back. He's going to look to fire. Has time, throws underneath, but it's not going to be enough. Caught for a 1-yard gain and immediately dropped.
Well, a wise man once told me, if you throw short, you're going to stay short, and they're going to take their points here.
Absolutely are, and great line right there. I really love that one. As Osborne puts it up and through, and he gets the scoring started here tonight. So Penn State, a really good drive, but it has to feel like West Virginia won a little bit by holding them to 3.
Yeah, their defense definitely caught a break there.
They're doing a good job, and now they're getting a great return as Braylon Tyree right there with a fantastic effort, getting the ball up to put them in good field position. And what should we be on a lookout for with this West Virginia offense?
I mean, Braylon Tyree, he had 268 yards and 2 touchdowns last week. I feel like he's the guy to watch.
Let's see if they go to him early. They hike it back. Yost looking for someone downfield. He will fire. Floats it out there. Has a block on the outside to help him out. A first down on first down. That's going to be the tight end, Hamilton Berger.
Getting it going early on. Everyone's favorite hamburger with the first reception of the day for West Virginia.
And starting a perfect 1-for-1 for Yost. 3 off to the left as he snaps back, looking to fire again. Pressure coming, but not going to get there in time. Braylon Tyree, the man you were just talking about, Valente, gets a 6-yard gain.
Yeah, they're going to look to get him going early on. 2 for 2 at the 48-yard line here.
2nd and 4 upcoming as we have 5 minutes left in the first quarter. Throws it over the middle, knocked down. Barry Graves getting a hand on it.
And that was a huge play for the 5-star sophomore from Portland, Oregon. Brings up 3rd down here.
Big 3rd down here, West Virginia in a 2-by-2 set. Man set off to the right, out of the shotgun, snaps it back. Looks, has time. He's going to fire downfield. He's got a man and a big gain. Pete Ware with the catch, 36 yards, and they are in the red zone.
Yeah, I know we talked a lot about Braylon Tyree, but Pete Ware just as dangerous. They have a lot of talent on the outside for CJ Yost to go to. Pete Ware comes up big there. And over on switch, we have a 66-yard touchdown pass to Santan Warwick as Miami's going to take 7-0 lead on Ohio State with 6:28 left in the first.
Great games tonight. Good night to have both games up as they take a snap. Fires the wide receiver screen. He will get it. Great block on the outside to make that one possible right there. And Pete Ware will get 6 yards out of it.
Yeah, it gets 6 yards, and that's the freshman Rustin Longmire laying the absolute hammer at the end of the play there.
He did. Really lit him up. KJ Smith, by the way, the one on the block, the sophomore wide receiver. As they get up here, 2nd and 4, going back to a 2-by-2 set. He snaps the ball back. He'll fake the underneath. Then he goes to it. No, throwing this one away. The pressure got to him.
Yeah, a lot of pressure there. He just signed that one and threw it to the crowd.
Looking for a 3rd down conversion. They are 1 of 1 on the big money down so far today. Coming out of the shotgun, he hikes the ball back, looking. Pressure's coming. He dumps it out left. He's got a man. Touchdown. Braylon Tyree with 6 on the board.
Great pass there by CJ Yost. That ball was a floater. Put it exactly where she wanted it to be. Braylon Tyree gets on the board. But we're going to get a booth review here.
Did he stay in bounds? That's going to be the big question right here. We get another look at it, Valente, and what are you seeing here?
I mean, I do think he had possession as his feet were dragging on the ground. I think that should stand.
And the refs agree with you. I think that was a good call on the field right there. So the touchdown will stand. West Virginia going to take the lead after a 7-play, 67-yard drive. And the extra point up and through. So a big response here for the Mountaineers. If you're the Penn State offense about to get the ball back, what's going through your mind right now?
I mean, I think they had a successful drive early on running the football and even throwing as well. I mean, they just need to continue to wear the defense down and just focus on getting in the end zone.
We're going to see a return here as he bounces out to the outside. Gets a solid gain of 27 for Derek Tolliver. Part of that two-headed monster we see in the backfield for Penn State. The Nittany Lions march out here, led by Papadaki, as he settles into the shotgun. Man set off to his left. He hikes the ball back. They will be throwing it here. Fires over the middle. Has a man, and he is leveled right there. Big hit, jarring the ball free.
He gets absolutely lit up. It was a good throw, but unfortunately couldn't make it there. That was Caspian Oko on the stop.
And he'll follow it up with a run up the gut right here. A solid pickup, 3-yard gain before he is swamped over by that defensive line.
A big 3rd and 7 coming up. They're 50-50, just 1 for 2 on 3rd down so far.
We'll see if they pick this one up. This one going to be the longest of their attempts. 3rd and 7. He snaps it back. He's going to look. Blitz coming. And he gets it over the middle, but he can't hang on. DJ Mayo heard the footsteps, and it's going to be 4th down.
Yeah, he heard the footsteps coming, and Avi Beth with a big stop there, and they're going to punt this back to West Virginia.
Big stop right there for the Mountaineers. Momentum really shifting their way early in this football game, coming off of what was a great drive last time. We see a solid return by Braylon Tyree of 11 yards before he is hit hard right there. So Valente, now we go to the other side here. Penn State's defense gave up a touchdown on their first drive. What adjustments do they need to make?
I mean, it's hard to hold those talented receivers on the outside, but you just got to understand that they're going to air the ball out regardless of the conditions.
Absolutely. 1st and 10 coming up here as they take the shotgun snap, looking to fire over the middle. He's got a man short. Big hit by Barry Graves, but it'll still be a 40-yard pickup.
That was a huge hit. And over on Twitch, we have a 14-yard touchdown run by QB Ben Davis, as Ohio State's going to tie the game at 7 with 5:09 left in the first.
A really good game we have seen so far. West Virginia looking good so far in this game as they get Flash G, the freshman halfback, involved in the passing game. 2nd and 6 upcoming. Trips to the left. They're going to hike it back, looking. He's got to get rid of it. He hit as he is thrown. The ball falls harmlessly to the turf. Good pass rush right there.
Yeah, a lot of time there in the backfield for Yost, and great coverage downfield by the Penn State defense.
3rd and 6 upcoming. They snap the ball, looking to fire downfield. He has time here, and he's going to take every second of it before he dumps it off to the outside right here. Tyree once again with the catch.
Great poise in the pocket there from CJ Yost, and of course, hit your trusty receiver, Braylon Tyree. He's going to come up with that one every single time.
It's going to take a lot of time to get used to David Ware cheering on Tennessee and West Virginia, as he is this season. Happy to see his team right there get a 1st down. They set back up here on 1st and 10. They're going to go to the run. No, the play action. Easy bootlegs out. Almost throws the interception. I believe that was Barry Graves getting a hand in on it.
Yeah, great play there by the Penn State defense. Brings up 2nd and 10 for the Mountaineers.
Our producer not happy to see his player not come up with the interception right there. But West Virginia can breathe a sigh of relief, but not for very long. Cletus Jackson is in to ruin their day.
Yeah, pressure up the middle quickly. Big 3rd and 10. They're perfect on 3rd down so far.
They have been. This one's going to be the biggest test, though, as they get 3rd and 10, like you said. Has some time. He'll fire downfield, looking forward. Oh, it's going to be picked, intercepted, and it's coming back the other way. Breaks a tackle, getting a solid return here. He gets to about the 25-yard line. That is going to be Rustin Longmire, the freshman.
Huge play there. I like how Yost gave her receiver a chance, but Penn State's going to take that after that big 3rd down last drive. They know what's coming, and of course they took advantage of it.
A big play right there, and what a big turnaround. First career interception, by the way, for Rustin Longmire. So congrats to him as he gets his offense the ball back. And they're going to go under center here. Man in motion coming across the formation. Gets to the backfield, stops. They hand it off, trying to get the outside going, but West Virginia was ready for it.
Yeah, they get swarmed up, and Gunnar Kincaid on the tackle for loss. They did a great job setting the edge and eating that one alive.
Yeah, just never let him get outside right there. They pushed the blockers back into him, kind of corralled him into that pin. A great play on defense will bring up 2nd and 11. Sniping the ball back. He's going to hand it off up the middle. He's got some room to operate. A nice gain of 6 yards by Williams.
Good carry there. They're going to make this 3rd down a lot more manageable. Are they going to force themselves into throwing the ball here? We know they're more comfortable when it's on the ground, though.
3rd and 4, feels more passing, but definitely runs still on the table. They opt to pass. They're going to look downfield, takes his time, fires out to the outside. Interception. It was jumped on the play. A beautiful play. I believe Will Brown out of Columbus, Ohio, getting his 2nd interception on the season.
Yeah, great play. He read that, lurked it, and he's taking that one back. Great starting field position for West Virginia. They're doing great so far here tonight.
They absolutely are. This defense had a wild week last week in a game that we saw over 120 total points scored. But West Virginia's defense looks hungry here tonight. They hike the ball back, going with the delayed handoff, and it's going nowhere. Met in the backfield by Riker Repko.
It's a good play there by Repko, and I think if you're Penn State, you have to realize that was their first time running the football this game.
That's crazy to think about, but definitely true. 2nd and 12 upcoming. They hike the ball back, looking again downfield. He fires, puts a little air under it, knocked away by the defense. Vaughn Ritchie there to bat it out of the play.
Yeah, dangerous throw there, giving her receiver a chance, but Penn State almost came up with that one.
Ball at the 48 on the enemy side of the field. Snap back, looking, fires out to the middle of the field, has a man and then some. A big gain by Hamilton Berger.
The safety blanket tight end Hamilton Berger with a big first down. You know, they can get used to the 3rd and longs because 2 out of the 3 times they've been able to convert.
They absolutely have been. I tell you what, Hamilton Berger, they need to go to this young man more often. The junior having himself a good night. 2 big plays now already in this ball game as it's 1st and 10. West Virginia getting close to that red zone. We'll see if they can get in as they snap the ball back. Fires over the middle. Tight window and not going to get the completion.
Yeah, tight window throw there. Almost picked off by Barry Graves once again.
2nd and 10 upcoming as they go by 2-by-2 set here. Yost with a man behind him, snaps the ball back. She's looking downfield, fires this one out of bounds.
Just throws that one over. Over on switch, we have a 13-yard touchdown pass to Titan Chen as the Buckeyes take a 14-7 lead on the Canes with 2:02 left in the first.
We have 2 minutes left here. 1 second less than 2 minutes left here, I should say, as they snap the ball back. Yost throwing off her back foot, knocked away. That one hung in the air for a little bit too long, and Yaya Blackburn gets a hand on it.
Yeah, dangerous throw. They're going to take their points here to make it a full possession. The 40-yard kick.
Going to be Luke Legg as he gets his leg into it right here. It's up and through. The weather not going to affect him. And they are going to make it, like you said, a full possession here. 7 points separating these two teams. Penn State getting the ball back. What do we need to see the Nittany Lions offense do differently?
I mean, they've been doing a pretty good job at running the football. They can't force anything downfield. And as long as it works, you continue to pound the rock, wear down the West Virginia defense. But also, don't be afraid to step out of your comfort zone a little bit. You don't want to go down too much. And, yeah.
And we'll see if they can do just that here as Papadaki leads his guys back out. Single setback here is going to be Williams. They send a man in motion. He's going to flex back to the fullback spot. Handoff. They've tried to set this play up a few times. West Virginia's read it well every single time.
Well, don't listen to me because West Virginia's been eating it alive, and they know you can see 10-7 on the play selection for rush to pass.
2nd and 8 coming up as he snaps it. He's going to hand it up the gut right here. Hit initially by Abby Beth, but brought down on the play by a host of Mountaineers.
He's averaging 4 yards a carry, but it's a big 3rd and 6. They're 1 for 4 on the big money down.
We'll see if they can get it right here. Coming out of the shotgun, 3 receivers off to his left, tight end on his right. He snaps, fires it out wide. He's got a man. Did he get enough, though? He did not. Sapp, a 6-yard reception and forced out of bounds, bringing up 4th and inches.
Yeah, just short of the line of gain, and they're going to punt back to the Mountaineers once again.
1 minute remaining here in this first quarter as they boot this ball away. A good stop yet again. We talked about it a little bit. West Virginia's defense had their struggles last week against Georgia. Looks like a new unit out here tonight.
Oh, yeah, they allowed 50 points to Georgia and only 3 in this first quarter to Penn State so far. Pacing shows they're in for a good night, and they're going to have a chance to take a 2-possession lead here on this drive.
1st and 10. We'll see if they are able to do just that as Yost back in the shotgun. She'll throw it out quick out to the outside. Was looking for the wide receiver screen. It might have been better that it was an incompletion, Tay.
Yeah, dangerous screen pass there, and luckily for West Virginia, that was an incompletion.
2-by-2 set once again, a favorite for West Virginia here tonight, and they fake the handoff, looking to fire downfield, has time, hits his man over the middle, initially caught, then dropped after a big hit. Barry Graves once again.
Yeah, we've been calling Graves' name a lot, and that's a huge hit, bringing up 3rd and 10. We know they like this situation, though.
Difficult spot, but you're right. They've been converting on 3rd and long. We'll see if they can convert here. Not gonna happen. Cletus Jackson in the backfield for the sack.
Yeah, huge pressure up the middle from Cletus Jackson, and they're going to get off the field. Penn State's going to have a chance to tie this one up after the punt.
That big stop right there. Great play by Cletus Jackson. His first sack of the night, second of the season. And they're going to force the Mountaineers to punt this football away. Penn State once again going to have a chance to tie this ball game back up as we see the snap back and the boot coming down the field. Valente, Penn State so far offensively has been a little stagnant. That first drive looked promising. Since then, we haven't seen a lot. I know we've talked about different things that they could do differently, but what do you think is the biggest thing West Virginia's doing right?
I mean, defensively, they're clogging the running lanes of Penn State. So, I mean, I think that Penn State honestly needs to air this one out, before third down to have a chance here.
We'll see if they go to the passing game. They do not, but they are going to go to the outside run with a lot of room right here, and you do not want to let number 22 get in open space. 6-yard gain.
Yeah, great blocks up front, and Richard Williams is going to take that every time for a 6-yard gain.
That right there, not going to get the snap off. So that's going to bring us to the end of the first quarter. Your score 10-3 with the Mountaineers out front. Stay tuned. You're watching the CFSL presented by PX1 Sports on Twitch or on YouTube. When we're back in the action. Forgot where I was. It's been a while since I've been on YouTube. Apologies, but I'm glad to be here with all of you tonight. We see the twos in chat. Loving to see that. We'll see if they can get something going here offensively as they run it up the gut and nowhere to move. What a great play once again, filling those rushing lanes.
Yeah, Jacob Freeman gets the tackle there. And like I said, Penn State needs to open up the playbook a little bit earlier than third down.
And well, now they're going to be in that third down situation. 3rd and 5 right here. He's got some time to throw, although it's closing quickly. He has a man on the outside, getting a good gain, popped eventually, but Bordeaux's got the first.
Yeah, good throw there by Papadaki, and Boudreaux going to get the first down up past midfield.
1st and 10 coming up after that one. And we'll see if they follow your advice here on 1st and 10. Send the tight end in motion, switching sides. They are going to throw it here, drop it off to the tight end. Nice little play concept as Sapp gets a 5-yard pickup.
Yeah, quick 5-yard gain, and we know they like to use their tight ends in the pass game. So we know West Virginia is most likely going to pick up on that early. Continue to try and find your receivers, though.
Hands the ball off up the gut right here. Williams knocking his way forward, bowling his way to a first down. Great run on the play.
Just like a bowling ball and a first down, they're knocking on the door of the PX1 Sports Red Zone.
1st and 10 once again here. Penn State showing their teeth, getting a good drive going as they go right back to Williams. Some good blocking on the outside, and he has the opportunity to take this one all the way to the end zone. Put 6 on the board.
Great blocks up front. A lane is made for him to get to the end zone. Richard Williams with a big play, and they're going to tie the game up after this PAT potentially.
Great blocks down the outside right there. I saw Boudreaux coming up with some good ones, at least 2 on the outside right there to cap off a 6-play, 52-yard scoring drive that is going to tie this ball game up. Valente, it felt like West Virginia had a lot of momentum, at least for the majority of this game so far. Do you feel any nerves right now if you're CJ Yost and company as they take the field here shortly?
Yeah, you've had multiple opportunities to take 2-possession leads, so, I mean, the momentum is definitely swinging in the way of Penn State right now after that huge touchdown, so you got to go out here and find some way to score.
And the scoring has come at a premium here tonight. Just 20 points scored here so far as we get further into the second quarter. Snap back out of the shotgun, looking, firing out to the left right there. She's got a man, and she's got a first. Pete Ware on the catch, 11 yards.
That's his 3rd catch of the game. He came up big every single time he gets the ball thrown his way.
He absolutely has. Trying to get all these great wide receivers involved here. Yost doing a good job of it so far. Snaps it back. Yost looking downfield again. She's got time, and she's got a man over the middle. And that's been the one she's gone to the most often. Braylon Tyree with another first down.
That's his 4th catch of the game. I want to point out what Murph said in the chat, saying we are the big underdogs playing with house money, no nerves. That's a good way to think about it.
And that's exactly what they should be thinking right here as they run to the outside, trying to get upfield. G will come up with a 1-yard gain, but will be brought down.
Yeah, running the football has not been the thing that works for them so far. Aaron Goodell has been their way to go, and I see them trying to mix it up, but it's not working.
Yeah, so far not coming up with the answers in the running game, although Haven't seen a lot of opportunities either, as they've been a pretty pass-heavy team all season long. They will go right back to the run, though, making me look foolish right here with the play calling. Nate Murphy always does a good job of that. A 5-yard gain by G.
Yeah, that was a solid run there for Flash G. They're 4 for 7 on third down. Let's see if they can come up with this one.
3rd and 4. Should see the pass right here. Press coverage on the outsides. We'll see if they take advantage of that. He has time in the pocket. She throws out to the right. She's got a man. When in doubt, corner route. And when in doubt, Pete Ware.
Yeah, like you said, when in doubt, corner route. And that worked out in their favor. I sound like a rapper. I'm not going to lie. Huge play there by Pete Ware. Why am I rhyming right now?
Oh, my goodness. Mom spaghetti. 1st and 10. West Virginia here coming out of the shotgun. They got 3 wide receivers out there looking for one of them right here, and they find one out left. A double out route going to work for him. Aaron Lindsey with a 40-yard catch.
And that is the walk-on, I believe. Oh, no, excuse me. Freshman tight end with a nice catch there.
And nice play right there from the freshman out of Bostic, North Carolina. They snap. They're going to go to the read option, although it's going to be sniffed out. Carlos Rooks on the tackle.
And that's the first time that Yost took the read option, and they swallowed that one up. Good tackle for loss there by the Penn State defense. Huge 3rd down coming up.
Yeah, it's going to put them in a tough spot right here. 3rd and 8. They were doing great on 3rd and long early in the game, but they have slowed down on that. We'll see if they can get back to those converting ways. Snap back, looking, has time in the pocket, fires out to the right, has a tough window, and is not going to squeeze it in. It's going to be an interception. Ball going the other way. Gibson with the pick.
Huge interception there by the Penn State defense. And like I said, momentum in their favor right now. And that is a big one, as they're going to have a chance to take the lead here with 5 minutes left in the 2nd quarter.
Breslin Gibson out of Brownsville, Pennsylvania. 1st interception on the season right there. And another turnover, as we've seen a lot of turnovers so far in this ball game. As they snap it back, they're going to hand it off up the gut, trying to wear them down, and they're starting to a big run right here. 23-yard gain by Richard Williams.
Yeah, just coming off the big touchdown. He is heating up for Penn State, and you don't want to get this man on fire because it's hard to cool him off. Huge block up front there by Cyrus Sapp as well.
The defense, it was doing a good job of it early, but just hammering Richard Williams and Derek Tolliver all game long, it's going to wear you out. 1st and 10 here for the Nittany Lions. They snap it back, handoff, going to 22. So once again, he throws one man off him, and he's got some room to operate. He's going to get deep into enemy territory at about the 35-yard line.
And if he only has one man to work against, I'm putting my money on him. He gets a big stiff arm there, huge blocks up front, and a lot of open space. Penn State's getting going early on this drive.
Well, Valente, they call him King Richard, reminding me a lot of King Henry with that stiff arm right there. An excellent effort by the big body back. We'll see if they go to him once again, and they do. Going up the gut right here. Breaks the first tackle, eventually brought down, but still a solid gain of 7 yards.
I said they needed to air the football out a lot more, but they've got about 50 yards on this drive with Richard Williams, so I'm just going to keep my mouth shut on that front.
He's been spectacular here tonight, as he's going to be replaced. This looks like Tolliver gets the handoff, getting a good gain out of it. A little bit of crash and dash. Tolliver, the slighter build, but a little bit quicker.
Yeah, boom and zoom, if you will. That's a huge gain there for Tolliver.
I like that, the old boom and zoom. We'll see if that catches on, Valente. 1st and 10 here as they go back to. We'll see if they go right back to zoom right here. They do. He's going to get the handoff, trying to move around the outside. Oh, he breaks the tackle. He's got some room to operate. Punching his way to about the 1 yard line, inch yard line maybe. Derek Tolliver, what a run.
And it looked like that was going to be a negative play, and he turned that into a mega positive play. Now they're down to the 1, knocking on the door of scoring.
They got the big set up front. Not going to run, interestingly enough. They're going to try to pass, and they throw the interception. My goodness, big pick right there by the Mountaineers.
I mean, they tried to get cute there. They went away from what was working. You have one of the best running backs in the league at getting 1 yard, and you throw it. I don't know if I agree with that call.
And Jay Walker on the interception, and that's definitely one that they're going to look back at. West Virginia with the ball, getting some momentum, is with Yost, will throw it away. Yeah, Tolliver back there was running great. Williams had already found his stride. Inches to go to get into the end zone. They had a big set with only 3 down defensive linemen. Got to run in that situation. Second and 10. Throwing, but they're going to get the ball right back. Interception, and no one's going to catch him. Yaya Blackburn takes it to the house. First interception of his career.
Huge play. You said it's his first interception of his career, and that can't be a big one. A pick 6 for him. Great play by the Penn State defense. He lurks that one out, snips it out, and he goes to Casa de la Nittany Lions. I tried to speak Spanish there.
I like that right there. And it was going to be taking it to the house right there, as you say. And a big play right there. Huge play by Blackburn. Great read on that play. But we're going to talk about CJ Yost. The rain starting to play an impact. She has 3 interceptions already. Only had 2 on the season coming into this game, Tay.
Sorry, say that one more time.
The CJ Yost, 3 interceptions already tonight.
Yeah, it's not been the best game for CJ Yost, and Penn State has been taking advantage of that. Great early on for the Penn State defense, but if you're CJ Yost, you got to get it together.
First and 10 coming up right here, and we'll see if she can calm down a little bit. First and 10. Snaps the ball back, going to hand off to the outside right here. Breaking off the block and getting the tackle is going to be Riker Repko.
And over on Twitch, we have a 2-yard touchdown pass to Smoky Woods. Ohio State's going to go up 24-7 over number 1 Miami with 3:35 left in the first half.
2 TFLs in the ball game for Repko. That's going to tie his output so far this season. Having a big game. Snap back. Yost looking, fires over the middle. He's got a man in. He's got some room to run with. The yak yards are there for Pete Ware.
Pete Ware with 5 catches on the game. CJ Yost has got to find her targets. Keep pushing the ball down the field. Carlos Rooks on the stop.
Man, they have no shortage of weapons on this offense. You talk about guys like Pete Ware, Braylon Tyree, Sebastian Grant, Hamilton Berger, KJ Smith, a lot of names that you can go to in the passing game. We'll see if they go to a different one right here. Snap back, empty set after they flex the quarter or the halfback out, and they go right back to him. 2-yard pickup by Flash G.
Only a 2-yard gain, but it's a positive play. We'll take that. Just got to keep the ball moving.
2nd and 8 upcoming, as you have 3 wide receivers out on the right-hand side. Snap back, they're going to look for it yet again. Fires out to the right side. Got a big gain and then some. A 13-yard catch by Braylon Tyree.
The 5-star freshman with his 5th catch of the game, and it's a big one for a first down. They're going to be up past midfield here.
Carlos Rooks on the tackle, his 6th of the ball game, but the West Virginia Mountaineers are on a drive now in enemy territory. So we see them pressure coming in on that play, and Valente, she had no time to operate.
Yeah, a lot of pressure up the middle. She's just going to throw that one away, live to fight another down.
2nd and 10, it's going to be that down. We'll see what she can come up with. CJ Yost back, has time this time, will hit her man in getting a first down. They go right back to what got him the last first down, and that's going to be Braylon Tyree.
He's up to 6 catches on the day, and I feel like every single catch that he's gotten has at least been for a first down.
2:44 and counting left. Keep an eye on that clock. Going to become really important here in a second as they throw over the middle. Barry Graves almost coming up with another interception. 3 pass breakups already for him.
And CJ Yost is throwing that ball to Barry Graves a lot. He's due for a pick at some point.
Yeah, for sure. As they snap the ball back, Yost once again throwing out to the right-hand side. There's another interception, 4th of the day for CJ Yost, and it's going to be a foot race, and I don't think anybody's going to catch him. Big number 2, Oscar Kellogg with his 2nd interception on the season.
And you know what? I think I got to apologize to the West Virginia fans for might have jinxed that one. Big play there for Oscar Kellogg. That's 2 pick sixes on the night for the Penn State defense.
And 14 unanswered points on interceptions right there. A total of 21 unanswered points for the Nittany Lions right now. So West Virginia reeling. They got to get something going offensively here, and they got to protect the football.
Yeah, CJ Yost, you can't be scared to push that ball downfield, and it feels like she's already out of her comfort zone. But I mean, Penn State's just doing a really good job capitalizing on those ill-apparent throws.
You're absolutely right. 1st and 10 now. West Virginia snapping back. Yost going right back to her right here. She's getting some pressure. She's going to fire this one out of bounds, maybe. Oh, no, throws it. Oh, caught, but they're going to say out of bounds. Great catch, though.
Now, if there was an award for incomplete catches, I feel like that might be at the top of the list.
Felt like she was throwing that one away right there. Put it in dangerous areas to go to the read option. CJ Yost with some room to operate. Pulled down eventually by Carlos Rooks.
A solid run there. They're going to bring up 3rd and 2 with just under 2 minutes left in the half here.
Carlos Rooks now 7 tackles in the ball game. And West Virginia 5 of 9 on the big money down. 3rd and 2 upcoming. They go right back to the passing game. Some pressure coming, but it's going to fire deep. Has a man, a big gain down the outside. KJ Smith.
And that's the CJ Yost we all remember, unloading that deep ball. Huge gain up into the red zone. They're knocking on the door of scoring and making this a one-possession game.
Pressure in her face, and she did not blink. What a big play right there by CJ Yost. 1st and 10 once again. We got a 4-man front here for Penn State. They're going to do the bootleg right here. Has time, but she's got to act fast. Going to throw out almost a very dangerous pass right there.
Yeah, that one would have been going the other way. Ill-advised throw. You got to make better decisions there. Luckily, they live to see another down.
Got to make better decisions, especially when 4 interceptions thrown already. This time she's going to make her way to the right-hand side, throw back across the middle. Henry Bennett on the catch and a 1st down.
I believe that is the walk-on. And he gets absolutely tattooed.
You are indeed correct as they go to the bootleg once again right here, trying to get Yost some extra time to work with.
Oh, no.
Not going to work out. Throws it for an interception. 2nd pick of the day for Oscar Kellogg.
I mean, Oscar Kellogg is just running the routes that the West Virginia receivers want to run, and he's the one coming up with those catches. Huge play once again by the Penn State defense.
It's been quite some time since we've seen the Penn State offense as they get the ball back here. 1st and 10. They're going to go to the passing game, firing outside, putting it on a rope right there for Knight Road.
He had a solid game last week, 4 catches for 68 yards, and now we're seeing Penn State do something that we don't usually see, and that's air the ball out.
Yeah, they're going to throw for it right here. Keep in mind, West Virginia will start the second half with the football, so Penn State with an opportunity to maybe get some points before we get out of here. 1:14 left. They snap the ball back, looking downfield, has an option underneath. He's going to go to it. Big pick up right there, 1st down, 14 yards to DJ Mayo.
That's the sophomore from Fairfax, Virginia, and they're going to put their foot on the gas, all pedal to the metal, trying to score here.
Saving that timeout right here. Clock is moving as we get under a minute. Fakes the handoff, looking downfield. Pressure starting to build. Throws out to the outside. Puts a lot under that one, but it's going to be a completion. 9-yard gain.
And that's a solid throw to Knight Road. Over on Switch, we are at halftime, 24-10, as Ohio State's going to lead over Miami on upset watch.
Ooh, big upset watch over there. 55 seconds left here as he snaps the ball back, looking downfield. Papadaki going to throw this one away.
Big 3rd down coming up for Penn State here.
Absolutely it is. They're 2 of 6 so far on 3rd down. Having a little bit of struggles here on the big money down. We'll see what they come up with here. 3rd and 1. Big set here with 2 tight ends. Going to hand it off to the outside, surprising no one, but maybe a surprise that he keeps breaking all these tackles. Number 22, Richard Williams.
And not a surprise at all. They only need short yards, and he's the guy that gets short yards.
1st and 10 here as they get the ball further and out inside the red zone. Going right back to Williams, big number 22. This time not going to break many tackles. Still a solid gain of 5.
And they take their timeout. 43 seconds left for them and one more timeout.
See what they come up with. Do they go back to the run here? They do have some time. They will, and they're hoping Williams can break one. He's not going to. Stop for a 4-yard gain. Clock moving.
Yeah, not a big run, but he's just going to fall forward for it.
Snaps the ball all the back, looks, fires quickly underneath, gets the slant route for a 1st down. 1st and goal to go.
Yeah, that's going to stop the clock to get them set. 27 seconds and still a timeout left.
We're going with a 2 tight end set right here. Snap back, looking Trying to see what his options, fires underneath. Will get a good gain, steps out of bounds. 18 seconds left on a 5-yard gain.
Yeah, up to about the 2-yard line. Knight Rowe with the catch, and you got to think they're going to right their wrong and give this one to their running backs.
You can definitely run it at least once right here with 1 timeout remaining. They're not going to, though. They're going to pass the ball over the middle. Incomplete pass.
Yeah, I don't know if you saw what I saw, but Cyrus Sapp was wide open on the left side for Penn State.
Yeah, he looked wide open by himself. We'll see what they do with 3rd and goal to go. They are going to opt to pass once again. Papadakis with time, running around in the pocket. Going to get hit right there, drop, but he's going to get pushed into the end zone. Papadakis with a 2-yard touchdown run.
I mean, I feel like if he just got tackled where he stands, he probably would have made it to the end zone. He's big, 6'9". He probably would have fell into the end zone from where he stood at. Huge play by Penn State. They're going to go up 3 possessions going into the half, barring a big return here.
Kind of just fell forward right there. That's exactly what they were hoping for, and a really good end to the half here for Penn State. And like you said, without a huge return, likely going to lead us into the halftime break. We see solid return right there, picking up the blocks. Going to get pulled down. 5 seconds left on the clock.
Yeah, I can only imagine they're going to run this one out, but they could take a shot. We know CJOs does have an arm.
We'll see if they opt to right here. 1st and 10. Snap back. They're going to hand it off up the gut, and that's going to be the last play of the first half. Flash D losing 3 yards. We head into halftime right here. Penn State holding on to a 31-10 lead after a 28-point run to finish the half. Valente, tell us about this game. What stood out to you?
I mean, early on, it looked like West Virginia was doing a really good job, but then Penn State, they got the wheels rolling, they got the ball rolling, running the football really well, defensively, making CJOs very uncomfortable, forcing 2 turnovers that led to a couple of pick sixes, and the momentum has swayed in the favor of Penn State, and they're up 3 possessions now. This is a huge turnaround for them.
And now we start the second half right here. A good return as he breaks 1, not 1, but 2. And he's gone 50, 40. Can he be caught? 30. Down. He's going to get slowed down here inside the 20. Braylon Tyree, what a return.
Yeah, and that's just the start that you want to have to your second half. Your offense has kind of been sputtering early on, but now great starting field position for CJOs to get things going here in the second half.
Absolutely. What a great return right there. A lot of momentum going back to West Virginia's side, and they need it right there. As we mentioned at the half, 28-point run here as Penn State been on fire lately, but now the Mountaineers with a great chance to put up some points. They hike the ball back, coming from under center, firing towards the end zone. Intercepted. It may get the hat trick. Oscar Kellogg with his 3rd.
Oscar Kellogg coming up with another huge play on an underthrown ball. Penn State has done a great job of capitalizing on the mistakes of CJOs.
Oh, man, and Yost having a rough day throwing the football right here as Papadakis going to try his hand at throwing the football, taking a shot deep. He's got a man, dropping it into the bucket right there. Knight Rowe with the ball, a 48-yard reception.
That is a huge play for Penn State, and Knight Rowe with a big game there. And that's a great way to start this second half. I mean, put all pedal to the metal, foot on the gas, foot on their throats and keep moving.
Oh, man, when you have the momentum, you better seize it and use it while you got it. As they do right there with a big gain coming off the turnover. They go right back to the run game right here. A blocker set up on the outside, and Williams with a solid 5-yard gain out of it.
Yeah, that is a solid 5-yard gain. He's up past 150 yards, a total of 161 yards. He's been a big factor for their offense.
Murph asking if we can check the Penn State secondary for Stickum. Hey, they've been all over the balls here tonight, and they have been running the ball really well as Richard Williams, another 7-yard gain.
And I genuinely have to ask, have they dropped an interception outside of Barry Graves? Did they forget to give him some Stickum?
Probably not outside of Barry Graves, although he's had a few of them right here. 1st and 10, they go right back to the run game this time. Not getting a lot. Derek Tolliver unable to find the hole.
Yeah, only 1 yard. That's the break that the West Virginia defense needed. Gunnar Kincaid on the stop there. Huge second down.
And they're back in the red zone now. Papadaki looking to fire over the middle. He's got a man, and nobody's out in front. He can win the foot race. He can get in, and that's exactly what he'll do. 88 Cyrus Sapp with 6 on the board.
And we've mentioned Cyrus Sapp being wide open multiple times, and they're finally going to capitalize on that for a huge touchdown score. They're going to go up 4 possessions over West Virginia here.
They have been excellent here on this run as they will continue it. Started with the interception in the end zone on the other side of the field, and they took it all the way down for 6 points on the board. Cyrus Sapp getting the score. And man, what a bad night we have seen from CJ Yost. Although she's looked great outside of the interceptions, moving the ball well, but the interceptions have loomed large.
Yeah, 6 of them, I believe, and Flash in the chat saying stick them would wash off in the rain. No, I don't know. You might have to ask Smitty about that one.
We'll have to ask him and see what he says. Coming up with their first play. Looks like the halfback screen. It is. They set it up. He makes the first guy miss. Going to be a modest gain of 3 there for G.
Yeah, we haven't seen a lot of Flash G tonight, and I feel like they need to get him involved if they're going to move the football better.
Definitely want to try to get some run game right here working your way. They don't on first down. They don't on second down either, as they're going to get the pass out to the outside, though. They will get the big tight end, Hamilton Burger, the hamburger, with a good pickup.
He's had a bit of a quiet day. He's got 3 catches on the game. Last week, he had 11 catches for 143 yards and a touchdown. They need to go to him a lot more as well.
Yeah, that would be just what the doctor ordered as we get 1st and 10 right here for West Virginia past the 40-yard line. Going to look for a deep shot. Has one right here. Knocked away by Carlos Rooks.
He's able to cover some ground pretty quickly, and a huge deflection there. 2nd and 10 here for the Mountaineers.
Funky Town Ninja said TD in 4 plays. That was the first. We'll see if he's right as we head to play number 2 of his prediction. 2nd and 10. Looking downfield, going to throw short out to the left-hand side. Solid pickup of 5 yards for Braylon Tyree.
Yeah, just let Tyree a little bit too far. That could have been a gain of more, but you'll take 5 every time.
7 catches for over 70 yards. So Ninja looking for a touchdown soon. This is going to be play number 3, and it's not going to be a touchdown. It's going to be a sack. Cletus Jackson, the sophomore from Cleveland, Tennessee, coming up with a big hit.
Well, I'm sorry to tell you, Ninja, unless they muff the punt and take that to the end zone, I don't think we're going to be seeing a touchdown. Because huge play by the big 400-pound Cletus Jackson. Man, you do not want to see that face in your backfield.
My goodness, yeah. 395 pounds, 6'5". I mean, he is built like 2 refrigerators. That is a big boy.
Yeah. Nice return there by Tolliver. Good starting field position here for the Nittany Lions.
And Penn State getting the ball back right here with a commanding lead already in this ball game. And 1st and 10, they have Tolliver back in the backfield. Sorry, Williams back in the backfield. He's going to get a 4-yard gain here off to the right.
Yeah, we talk about them keeping the football moving and, keeping pedal to the metal. The good thing about that is their pedal to the metal is running the football. So naturally, the clock is going to bleed as it goes.
And they're going to use a lot of the clock here. Oh, they will go to the pass on 2nd and 6. Diving effort by Knight Road for a 5-yard pickup.
Yeah, a lot of space there. If Papadaki hit it in the right spot, could have saw a bigger gain there from Knight Road, but nonetheless, huge play.
And now 3rd down. 3rd and 1 to go, and they go back to the air. Blitz coming, and throw it out. Has his man, drops it right into his hands. Gorgeous pass, and Boudreaux gonna find the end zone. 56-yard touchdown reception.
And that's exactly what I meant by leading him in the right way. Good floater ball, wide open. He's gonna take that one to the casa. Big play here for Penn State. They're embarrassing West Virginia right now. I can't lie.
And they have been. They are moving the football really well right now. You're going to see a 35-point difference as soon as the extra point goes up and through by Osborne. You got to really be impressed. It really felt like West Virginia was taking control of this game in that first quarter. I know that's going to sound crazy to anybody that came late, but Valente, they had all the momentum. It shifted, and Penn State has not relented ever since.
Yeah, I believe we ended the first quarter at 10-3, and ever since then, we haven't seen anything out of West Virginia. It's been all Penn State. Every side of the ball, they've handled it well. Solid return there by Tyree.
Yeah, you are indeed correct. 1st and 10 after they get a nice gain right there. So ball starting at their own 30-yard line. CJ Yost looking to make the most of this right here. 1st and 10, they snap back looking. She fires. Has a man deep. It's going to be caught. And it's down to the foot race. And I tell you what, no one's catching him. Pete Ware. What a huge play for the touchdown.
And that's the play they needed to get back into this game, get some momentum going their way. Huge deep ball to Pete Ware, and of course, no one's going to catch him, like you said. Pete Ware having a big game, and that's another touchdown for CJ Yost and the West Virginia offense.
Another in a long name of great Ware players as they get this one up and through right there. So West Virginia not done yet. Huge play right there to Pete Ware and a gorgeous pass downfield. We'll see what they come up with here on defense. They got to come up with a stop if they want a chance. And at this point, they need to come up with a quick stop, don't they?
Yeah, that they do.
Derek Tolliver on the turn for 23 yards. You can see their last 5 drives right here. 4 of them ending in touchdowns. The West Virginia Mountaineer defense getting a little tired out here, but they got to come up with one right here. If they want to get back in this ball game, you got to start making big plays defensively. 1st and 10 as they go to the run play off to the outside right here. A good block just to shed him a little bit. Good gain on the play. Richard Williams, 8 yards.
He created enough time there to let Richard Williams cut upfield. He's up to 180 yards on the night. Will Smith on the tackle.
2nd and 2 coming up after that good gain on the ground. We'll see if they go right back to Williams. They will on a delayed handoff right here. He's got the first ripped down right after he gets it, but he'll get the first down.
He's got 25 carries on the night. I'm sure he's going to be sore in the morning, but, I mean, great performance for him.
1st and 10. Man set off to his left is Tolliver as he gets the handoff right here. Hit immediately. Only going to get a 1-yard gain out of it.
And he had to fight for every single yard he got there. He's got 5 rushes on the night for 34 yards. Solid average from him.
He has been good tonight, even, that play notwithstanding as they go back under center right here. It's going to lead to the delayed handoff. He's hit immediately, but breaks the first tackle. Will squeeze a 2-yard gain out of it.
Only able to get 2, but over on Twitch, we have a 78-yard touchdown pass to Smokey Woods as Ohio State's going to extend their lead 38-13 with 2:23 left in the 3rd.
Big upset brewing over there. Miami, the #1 team, as they get a pass underneath right here. Tolliver going to get a good gain, but not going to be enough for a first. West Virginia going to stop them right here.
And they're going to get the ball back with a chance to cut into this lead. Gunnar Kincaid with his 13th tackle of the game.
And they're going to boot the ball deep right here. Back inside the 15-yard line. Getting a good return on the play. Taking it up to just short of the 30. So West Virginia has the ball back. They had a big stop right there. Right before that, the big shot at the end zone. How many shots do we need to see them take? Do they get a little risky with the football here?
I mean, I will say they've been getting pretty risky with the football all night. They've been fitting the ball in the tight windows and it's going the other way. You just gotta hope that those go your way. I mean, we saw the deep pass to Pete Ware. I imagine it won't be too long before we see something like that again.
Snap back, and we'll see if they get a little gutsy right here as she moves and she throws. Sebastian Grant had to come back to get the ball. Only a 3-yard pickup, but his first catch of the ball game.
Yeah, that's his first catch of the game. Good protection up front for Yost. You got to keep that going.
And you see Murph in chat saying, hey, why not get risky with the football? We're down 45-17 as they throw out to the side right here. Yost going to make a completion to Hamilton Berger, a 9-yard pickup and a first down.
That's his 4th catch of the game. And yeah, like Murph said, why not? I mean, you've been risky with the football all game. It hasn't worked in your favor. What's the worst that can happen?
Absolutely. You either lose this game or, perhaps you get a little risky with the football. It pays off and you get a chance to come back. Yost going to snap the ball back, looks underneath, fires underneath. A great hit immediately. Only a 1-yard pickup on the play.
Frosty in chat calling him the Hamburglar. Maybe if he was a DB and he took a pick 6, that would be the perfect nickname for him.
I do like the Hamburglar, though, as they snap back, get the shot over the middle right here. They're bringing a lot of these underneath right here, Valente, as they get another underneath shot.
Yeah, that's his 8th catch of the game. It's a big 3rd down. You probably want to air this one out past the 6, maybe even further.
And we'll see what they do with it. If they're going to try to go right to the sticks, maybe underneath, or maybe way further. Snap back. They will look to the pass. They're going to go deep. Has a man and knocked away. Yaya Blackburn interrupting that pass.
Yeah, he's had a big game so far. I like how Yost is trying to give her receivers a chance, but it's not going to work in their favor. You might as well try, though.
Yaya Blackburn, by the way, one of my favorite names in the CFSL. That is fun to say, and I will never tire of calling that name. So, Yaya, if you're out there listening, keep up the great plays, because I enjoy saying your name. As we're seeing some highlights here, Penn State has been dominant here tonight. A really big game for them, and they came into this game looking for a big response. Obviously, next week we head into conference play, the always tough Big Ten coming up for them.
Yeah, in the chat saying thank you. And yeah, I mean, they've ran the ball a lot, and it's worked in their favor so much, and they're probably going to continue that here.
Yeah, you have to imagine they're going to go right back to the run game, and they do. Williams going to get the handoff right here, and King Richard with a good gain, 8-yard pickup once again.
He's up to 195 yards on the day. I can imagine they're going to go back to him once again to maybe get him over that 2nd century mark.
Oh my goodness, what a big game he's having. And yeah, if they can get back to him right here, another good carry would put him there. He is going to get a 40-yard pickup right here. I believe that's 199 it is.
Yeah, I'm sure he's going to have a lot more opportunities to get there. And I can imagine they're probably going to go back to him again. He is in the backfield.
1st and 10 over here as they fake the handoff. They're going to throw it instead. A good play design gets the ball out quickly to the outside to Cyrus Sapp. 18 yards later, we have a 1st down.
Yeah, we've been calling his name all night long, and we've mentioned putting their foot on the gas, not stopping, and that's exactly what they're going to do. Another 1st down, moves the chains. A huge play for the Penn State Nittany Lions.
1st and 10, and you're going to see breaking that first tackle, ripped out of bounds. Still a great tackling effort right there by Oko, but still going to be a good gain. 1st and 10. We'll see if they get the running game reestablished here. No, they're going to go right back to the air and kind of like this aggressiveness, although it's not going to pay off. Throws it over the middle, intercepted on the play. A huge turn of events for West Virginia.
Jay Walker with the 2nd interception of the game. Looked like Papadaki might have been hit as he threw there. His arm might have been hit, but nonetheless, huge play by the West Virginia defense. And they're going to have another chance to score.
2nd of the day right there for Jay Walker. 2 picks. Great play for him so far in this ball game. They go to the halfback screen to the outside. He's going to get no yards back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
And that's not been working out for them. I would honestly just, try and air it out downfield. The screens haven't been working for the Mountaineers.
2nd and 10 coming up here. Coming out of the shotgun. He is looking downfield. She is looking downfield, apologies. Floats one out. Has a man, Pete Ware. He's been everywhere here tonight, Valente. Another nice pickup and a 1st down.
Yeah, 7 catches, 175 yards and a touchdown on the game. Huge game for him and another 1st down. West Virginia's got to get the ball moving more here.
While I have 1 second, I do want to remind everybody, please like and subscribe. Help grow the page and the league. 1st and 10 as CJ Yost looks downfield, fires again. Go right back to Pete Ware. Why not? 18 yards and a 1st down.
Yeah, it seems like Richard Williams and Pete Ware are going band for band on who can have the most yards tonight.
They absolutely are. Pete Ware having himself a big game. Braylon Tyree having himself a big game. These Mountaineer wide receivers, definitely nothing to sneeze at. As you can see, Nate calling them the neck roll over here. 1st and 10. We'll see if they go back to the neck roll as they fire out right here. Almost, well, actually caught. No, what a catch. I thought that was an interception. Then I thought it was an incompletion. It was a catch the whole time. How did Berger come up with that one?
Yeah, I thought that was picked off by Kellogg. I thought we were about to say 4th pick of the night for him. A huge catch by the Hamburger.
Wow, whoa, wow, what a catch right there. Tight ends having a good night. 1st and 10, and they're going to go right back to the passing game, this time just a throwaway.
Yeah, that's the right decision. 8 seconds left here in this third quarter.
2nd and 10 coming up here. 8 seconds, as you pointed out, left into the end of the third. Snap back, going to fake the handoff, bootlegs out to the left-hand side. Doesn't see anything she likes, so she'll take off. She's got the first. Big gain right there. CJ Yost, 11 yards with her legs.
And that's another first down and a huge play there for Yost. And I believe that's her first positive run on the night as we end the third quarter.
All right, don't head anywhere, folks. Right now, 45-17 going into the fourth. And Penn State is trying to hold on for the win. Don't miss this exciting conclusion. You're watching the CFSL presented by PX1 Sports on YouTube. And we're back once again. Still getting used to being over here on YouTube. It's been a while as we get back here. In the fourth quarter right here. 1st and 10 and looking for room. Breaking some tackles, making some people miss. Throws and interception. You can't force the mistake right there. And she does. And breaking through. This is a house call, folks. No one is going to catch him. Huge play by Vaughn Ritchie. 2nd interception on the season right there. 7th interception on the night by CJ Yost.
And it looked like CJ Yost was going to make a heck of a play. Dodging multiple defenders, but then throws an absolute duck. Excuse me, to Vaughn Ritchie. Taking that the other way. That's the 3rd pick 6 on the night for the Nittany Lions defense. I mean, they're screaming right now. They've been having a really good game.
And Murph pointing out 7 interceptions, 3 of them being house calls now. That has been a massive difference, obviously. If you look at the score right here, take 21 points off the board for Penn State, and all of a sudden it's starting to look like a much more interesting game. Man, a really, really tough break here. CJ Yost struggling to find her momentum here tonight. Struggling to stay on. That one right there, trying to make everything happen, and I think it was a case of doing just a little bit too much. Would you agree with that, Valente?
Yeah, it is just a little too much, but I mean, you're down by a lot, and I've also received word that ties her for the 2nd most interceptions in a game.
In a single game. I believe I do know the record is 9, if I'm not mistaken, for the most ever we've ever seen. Aiden Martinez for North Carolina. Yeah, Frosty, you don't need to tell me that one. I remember that one, buddy. We have 2nd and 10 upcoming. And snap back, looking to fire once again. CJ Yost fires out to the right-hand side, has a man. Going to be good enough for a first to Hamilton Berger.
Hitting the safety blanket once again, and I know you don't want to be on the wrong side of history, so CJ Yost, my word of advice, try and hit your receivers.
Yeah, that's for sure. 1st and 10 right here as they snap the ball back. Fires out to the left-hand side, has a man wide open underneath, and that's going to be Henry Bennett with the catch.
Good catch there by Bennett, his 2nd on the game, and a nice hit by the Penn State Mountaineers. That's going to be... Can't find the name. Might have been a walk-on.
I believe it is a walk-on coming on. I believe he had a play earlier as well, as you pointed out there. And... hey, I don't know how we did it. The magic was just there, Murph, as we get to throw underneath right there, setting up a little underneath screen. Gonna be good for a first down. Nice play for West Virginia.
Yeah, and they just got to keep moving the football here.
1st and 10 as West Virginia getting the ball moving here at midfield. Throws in the air, tipped at the line. Ooh, and knocked around there for a while, but it will fall to the turf eventually. Incomplete pass.
Yeah, that almost went the other way. Penn State almost had another one on their hands.
You can see only 50 yards difference between these two teams in total yards as we see Yost throw out to the left. Completion, breaks the first tackle, breaks the second tackle with an opportunity to get more. Braylon Tyree, a 23-yard gain.
Yeah, huge play there. He's up to 99 yards on the night. And you got to give it to your playmakers. You know he can make that play with blocks, no blocks, open space, crowded space. He'll make that play.
1st and 10 coming up after a good pickup right there. And Tyree and Ware, you got to be happy with what you've seen from them if you're a West Virginia fan. I know it hasn't been your night, but those two have been generating big play after big play. 1st and 10 here as we see the snap once again. Yo's dirty jersey looking for some room. Another dirty jersey right there. Sebastian Grant putting in the work as he gets the first down.
Only his 2nd catch of the game, but it's a big one, and we're up in the red zone now for West Virginia.
1st and 10 coming up here. They're moving the ball well. They go to the run game, and Flash G trying to find some room to operate. He will. A good gain of 8 yards on the play. Nice run there by Flash.
And over on Twitch, we have a 7-yard touchdown pass to Devin Yost. Miami's going to trail Ohio State 38-24 after a good 2-point conversion, 4:11 left in the game.
Miami trying to make magic happen. West Virginia trying to get in the end zone themselves right here, but they will throw the ball away here to set up 3rd and 2. They are 6 of 12, which is actually pretty solid on 3rd down so far in the ball game. He's a man in motion out to the slot, hikes it back, will fire out to the outside, has a man, no, can't hang on to the football. That would have been really close to a touchdown, and they are going to go for it, Tay.
Yeah, it's a little convenient that now we see the rain come into play for West Virginia.
4th and 2, snaps it back in a handoff, trusting Flash G to come up with a play, and he is going to, cutting his way through the defense. Touchdown for the freshman, his 2nd of his career.
Yeah, that's a very gutsy call on 4th and 2, but the theme of the game for West Virginia so far has been why not, and that's the same thing you got to say to that. Why not? Flash G able to get a touchdown in there. 28 points behind Penn State. It's go time for West Virginia.
Absolutely is go time right here. They can, they obviously anything's still possible. You need a miracle, but anything is still possible in this ball game right here. And I don't think they're going to give up hope just yet. Derek Tolliver going to get a solid return of 25 yards, 1st and 10. But you got to feel like they got to get some turnovers if the Mountaineers want to win this.
Yeah, they got to play really quick, get a couple of turnovers, and fight their way back into this one.
We're going to see the snap right here, leading to the delayed handoff. Williams trying to fight his way forward. Good tackling effort right there by Oko to keep him just to a 2-yard gain.
Yeah, and he's over 200 yards on the night after that run.
2nd and 8 coming up. They're coming with a lot of extra beef up front, and you're going to see the handoff right here. He cuts back to the inside. He's got some room there. What a stiff arm. My goodness, he punched him to a different realm, Villante.
Yeah, it looked like that might not have been a stiff arm. That might have been a full-on punch. I don't know if the refs might want to, check what happened there. Huge run there by Richard Williams.
And he threw the overhand right. That's what it looked like as he's going to throw this one away. That was maybe a history in boxing. Richard Williams showing off right there.
Yeah, that looked like more of a stiff hook instead of a stiff arm.
Yeah, you're not wrong. 2nd and 10 as they snap the ball back. They'll give it right back to Williams. He's going to find some room to operate, but he bumbles and stumbles there for a 3-yard gain running into his own offensive line.
Yeah, solid blocks up front, but he's just going to trip. He's up to 213 on the day.
6 of 11 on the big money down. This is 3rd and 7 coming up. Snap back. He's going to look. Blitz incoming, but he gets the ball away. He's got a man down there. Drops it in. Beautiful pass by Apollo Papadaki. And a great catch by DJ Mayo.
Yeah, and that ball's just going to hang in there. That's his 2nd catch of the game, but a huge one there for DJ Mayo.
1st and 10 upcoming. 5:25 left in the 4th quarter. You can see right there, West Virginia actually leading in 1st downs. It's been the turnovers in this game that really killed them. 1st and 10, they hand it off. This one going to Tolliver. He's going to get a good gain out of it, worming his way through the defense, a 6-yard pickup.
Yeah, trench battle right there for the two teams, and Tolliver able to get a 6-yard gain. Gunnar Kincaid on the stop. That's his 15th tackle of the game.
5 minutes and counting left in the ball game. 2nd and 4. They go right back to the running game. This time it's going to be Williams. And does he get in? He does. Rolling over the body of a defender. It's going to be a 9-yard touchdown for Penn State.
Solid blocks up front. You can see he lands on the body of another defender, just rolls over, reaches over the end zone. They're going to go up 35 after this PAT.
Big night for Richard Williams. Big night for the running game in general. and Penn State got to feel really good about this. Obviously, we talked about it a little bit earlier, but we'll get into it some more. Valente, Penn State heading into conference play, as we all are next week. The Big Ten, normally very difficult. This Penn State team, though, looking really good. 8th-ranked team in the country. What do you think the expectation, the realistic expectation is for this team?
I mean, they're going to most likely go into conference play 2-1, so I think they just want to build on that week by week. And if I'm Penn State, obviously you want to be top 2, and that is a real possibility. But you just got to keep winning the games week by week, and you'll end up where you end up.
Top 2, definitely not going to be easy, but definitely within their grasp right here within the conference, as West Virginia going to throw a screen pass good for 1 yard. Let's look at the other side here. West Virginia, obviously not their night. They're going to head into conference play 2 in a very, very difficult Big 12 right now that's pretty top heavy. What do the Mountaineers need to do to get ready for conference play?
Well, I feel like the most obvious answer is clean up the turnovers. We see some times where CJO throws multiple interceptions in a game. But you do have to clean up those turnovers, and same thing, just be prepared to win each week. It's a hard conference, very top-heavy, like you mentioned.
You're not wrong. Real quick update over on YouTube. A 9-yard touchdown pass to Xavier Washington for Miami. They on Twitch, apologies. Miami, they closed the lead to 10, 41-31 your score with a minute 19 left. And right now, Ohio State trying to keep Miami off of the ball so they can come out of here with a win. That one's getting it to a good end. If you don't have it on, I recommend pulling it up, as we have the 1st and 10 over here. We talked about these two teams and moving forward. Penn State obviously taking a lot of momentum with them. West Virginia looking to take some right here, and they're going to take a deep shot, trying to steal some more momentum, and they're going to find it right there. A dart down the field to Sebastian Grant, his 3rd receiving touchdown on the season right there.
And that is a huge play. Like we've been talking about, they're trying to steal momentum. You feel like right now, we've seen crazier, but most likely you're not going to win this game. So build and build and build on towards next week. Conference play starts. You just got to find something positive to work on going into conference play.
And you're absolutely right. 3:36 coming up here. We're going to go with the onside kick. West Virginia not giving up hope. I love this right here, but going to get a little bit too far. Going to get scooped up by the Nittany Lions. CJ Mayo with the return. And here we have an update over on YouTube, Tay.
Yeah, over on Twitch, it's final. Ohio State's going to upset number 1 Miami, 41-31 from the Horseshoe.
Well, I'm glad that you can get it right. I definitely can. I've spent too much time on Twitch. The updates come from YouTube in my mind. I apologize yet again. Huge upset, though, for unranked Ohio State to beat number 1 Miami. That's going to shift up the rankings in a big way.
Yeah, they fell out of the rankings this past week, and, they're showing why they think they deserve to be in that top 15.
And we're going to get some action back here. Under center, going to get the handoff up the gut. Going to go for a decent gain right there. But, I think everybody else looking that is around Miami has to be salivating a little bit. A chance to move up, maybe a chance to be the new number 1.
There's a couple of teams hanging around up there. Florida State, USC, they have a big game tomorrow. The new number 1 is going to be much deserved either way.
I really like this at one point, talking to, I forget who it was, and I wish I could remember right now to give them proper credit. But they said every season of the CFSL is the 2007 season of college football, and I think that is the best way to put it. As you see a deep shot towards the end zone, diving effort. It is caught. Another touchdown on the board. DJ Mayo.
Hey, it doesn't matter how far they're up. They're going to launch that ball and continue to build on that lead. They don't care. They're stepping on next today. Huge play by the Penn State offense. And they're going to put 66 points up after this PAT.
My goodness, what a scoring output from Penn State. And not to say that they're not capable of it, but a run-heavy team, you don't expect to see them put up 66 points. Obviously had a lot of help with that, with the turnover bug that bit West Virginia here in this ball game tonight. But still, nonetheless, an crazy impressive total for the hometown fans.
Yeah, they've been showing their stripes, on all facets of the game: offense, defense, running game, passing game. All of it has looked pretty good for them.
Getting a good return right here is Braylon Tyree, 25 yards later. And everybody stick around here tonight. We've got some good games coming up in the later window. Over on Twitch, we're going to have Michigan taking on North Carolina in Chapel Hill. That ought to be a great game. And over here on YouTube, we're going to have Notre Dame at Tennessee. That one I'm really looking forward to. Can Notre Dame get their first win of the season, or does Tennessee keep putting up great numbers like they have so far this season, as we see an incompletion there knocked away by Kellogg?
That was CJO's 71st pass attempt on the night.
Some would say that is a lot. And he's going to come up 2nd and 10, and she's going to go up with number 72 right here. This one a completion, and it's going to set up 3rd and 1.
Well, if you're a Mountaineer, you do realize that's not really a lot. She's averaging 58 attempts per game, coming into today. I mean, that's just average CJO's play. And
King Ross saying I was a fool to take the under. Yeah, the over hit quite some time ago in this one. Not going to be one that you're going to feel confident about taking the under on after you do it. As they snap back, fire quick, going to get the first down and then some. Hamilton Berger. Tell you what, Hamilton Berger, they have something special in the tight end here.
Oh yeah, the safety blanket, and you've called his name a lot. I've been fortunate enough to watch a lot of West Virginia games on the call and, call his name a lot. He's got something.
They're going to throw over the middle this time. Going to break a tackle, make a man miss. Getting up there, Sebastian Grant. I feel like we haven't called Sebastian's name a lot here tonight. 4 catches, 100 yards today. But they need to find a way to get him more involved.
Yeah, we haven't called his name a lot as of the whole game, but more recently he's been the one they've been going to. He had the last touchdown for West Virginia, and another big play puts him at 100 yards.
That'll be a nice play for him as they snap the ball back. Yost looking once again, firing out to the left, getting a solid pickup right there, and Henry Bennett, the walk-on, fighting for more yards and fighting for a scholarship.
Yeah, I think it's about time they give this guy a scholarship. He's been a heavy contributor for them tonight as well.
Well, I believe Nate already in bed. He's an early riser and he's got work coming really quickly. Actually, he's probably late for work already, as early as he has to get there. 2nd and 1 right here. They're going to fake the handoff through over the middle. Nice little play concept, and it's going to work. They go right back to the walk-on. And Henry Bennett, maybe our favorite walk-on in the CFSL right now.
Yeah, for sure. And I would not be surprised if they're sending him his scholarship letter right now.
Barry Graves comes up with a tackle, and they're going to come up with a first down for the Mountaineers as they have time in the pocket. Does she take off with it? Does she look downfield? Forever and a day in the pocket. Eventually going to find Braylon Tyree, 13-yard reception, 1st and goal.
Yeah, and I said this last week. She had time to go through a Chick-fil-A drive-through with that amount of protection in the backfield.
Oh, my goodness, you're not mistaken right there as they fake the handoff to the fullback, go to the running back, and G made the wrong mistake right there. If he cut inside Valente, I think he had it.
Gerhardt with the tackle for loss. Just under a minute left in this game. They're just going to look for another score, find something positive to build on.
And something that they can take into next week. We'll see what they have in store. 2nd and goal here for West Virginia. They go back to 5 for 4 wide. The pitch on the outside on the speed option. Not going to be enough. 3rd down coming.
Yeah, I believe that's Elijah Zaire's first pitch of the game. First rush of the game. 3rd and goal here.
3rd and goal is 26 seconds and counting left in the ball game. Has some time. Fires back outright out of the back of the end zone, and it'll be 4th down. Do you go for it in this situation?
I think you have to. I mean, you're down 35 points and there's 20 seconds left. You're really in no man's land right now.
They are going to go for it indeed. They snap the ball back, looks, fires short of the end zone, and he's going to get in. Hamilton Berger with a 3-yard touchdown reception. It's not going to change the outcome of the game, Valente, but it will make you feel a little bit better.
I mean, I'm sure it does make you feel a little bit better. Stat padding your favorite safety blanket there.
And now 17 seconds left in this ball game. Man, what a game we have seen from Penn State. West Virginia, though, not willing to give up. This team has a lot of fight, and I tell you what, if you overlook this Mountaineer team, you're in for a long night as we watch them line up for the onside kick. This one booted a little too far yet again. Scooped up on the play once again by DJ Mayo. King Raw giving us some love as well. We very much appreciate that. First time that Valente and I have had a chance to work together in the booth, and I hope we get more. This was a good time.
Yeah, I've enjoyed it.
As we see a handoff here, and that should be the last play of the game. Richard Williams, a 3-yard carry, 231 yards for him. What a ball game, but that's going to be the end. Penn State coming up with a 66-38 victory over West Virginia. Valente, give us your final thoughts.
I mean, this has been a wonderful game for the Penn State Nittany Lions. Offense, defense, running game, passing game, all of it. They have a lot to look forward to headed into conference play. But if you're West Virginia, you can't hold your head down low. Going into conference play, I mean, you could win every game. I know it's a top-heavy conference, but, you know, if you go and win every game, you know, turn some heads, you know, there's a chance we could see them in the postseason. Penn State's looking good as well. I like what they got going moving forward.
Absolutely. We'd like to thank our associate producer, Austin Crow, our executive producer, Mike Peters, and of course, my broadcast partner for tonight, Valente Martinez. On behalf of our broadcast crew, I'm Ryan Moreland, and you've been watching the CFSL presented by PX1 Sports on Twitch. But the fun is not over. As mentioned earlier, Notre Dame and Tennessee will be playing here in the late game on YouTube. We have Michigan taking on North Carolina over on Twitch. A lot of CFSL action still in store for tonight. We hope to see you there in those late games. Grab a drink, grab a snack, and join us here in a few.